Bring in right off the Senate floor. We welcome back Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson. Senator Johnson, welcome, sir. You may have heard my riff. You may have heard Chad Pergram's discussion, and now it's complicated by the possibility of a deal on the DHS funding. That's the Save America. So how do you read this, Senator Johnson? I know you're an ardent supporter of the voting ID. What's going to happen here, sir?
I think both you and Chad laid it out very well. Can't disagree with anything you said. From my standpoint, what we needed to do is get on the bill on the floor of the Senate. Not that a whole lot of people listen to speeches on the Senate floor, but as long as it's on the floor, it's going to be difficult for the legacy media to completely ignore it, which is what they'd like to do. And again, what we just need to expose, and we do this through controlling the amendment process. Rather than opening it up and have Democrats offer poison pill amendments that would just destroy the bill, we filled the tree. We're going to offer thoughtful amendments, things that the American people overwhelmingly agree with, and make Democrats take vote after vote after vote. And again, these things will not be controversial. These will be things like voter ID, like proof of citizenship. We'll probably even throw in some non-election related items like biological males shouldn't be competing against our little girls. And we shouldn't be mutilating little children on the altar of transgenderism. So I'm not sure everything we're going to add, but what we need to do is make sure we pass amendments that we can pass with Republican majorities, hopefully all 53 of us. That's the game plan, because then that'll put the focus on Democrats, make them explain, why are you opposed to something that the vast majority of American people support? And that's how you win the political argument. And by winning the political argument, you just might get this thing passed in some way, shape, or form at some point in time.
Yeah, I agree. That's sort of what I was trying to get at in the riff, and you're exactly right. I mean, just keep this issue alive. Keep it before the public. Keep it before the Senate. Keep talking about it. It's a great issue. It's an 80-20 issue or 90-10 issue. Everybody seems to agree with this issue, except for the Schumer Democrats for some reason. Senator, this is a little crazy, but is there any way? I mean, look, if you need 51 votes, reconciliation comes to mind. Now, reconciliation is a fiscal policy piece of legislation, but I don't know. It's been stretched down through the years. I just wonder, is there a way to put a Voting Rights Act into reconciliation? Just saying.
My guess, a parliamentarian would rule that as more policy than budget, and it wouldn't pass the bird bath. And then we'd have to overrule the ruling of the parliamentarian, and that's a kind of a mini nuclear option right there. But to explain why Democrats are so opposed to this, their overall game plan, their overall goal is a one-party nation, which is why they flooded this country with millions of illegal immigrants, didn't care who they were, flooded them into sanctuary cities and states, plump up their numbers in the census and members of Congress, and then oppose any type of reasonable controls to secure elections to make sure that your legitimate vote's not canceled out by a fraudulent one. Democrats want to make it easy to cheat, and that's what we need to expose.
Right. You even have the New York Post article today, which there are legal immigrants, people who have visas, they're here legally, but they're not citizens, and they should not be voting, and in many cases they do vote. Maybe a couple of 100,000. I mean, that's a very sneaky way of doing this. It's got to be ruled out.
Yeah, well, Democrats have been relaxing controls over elections now for many, many years. They hand out driver's licenses, then make it automatic voter registration if you get a driver's license. Right. So again, they want to make it easy to cheat. That's what we need to expose.
One last thing, Senator Johnson. Potential DHS deal. It's like a TSA deal. Can you get that done quickly, or is this going to take a long time?
Well, it's totally up to Democrats. I mean, it is just unconscionable what they're doing. But again, the legacy media is not holding them accountable. Can you turn the tables? Let's say it was Republicans holding up DHS funding. We would be savaged by the mainstream media. It would be relentless. We would have caved long ago. Democrats have no pressure from the legacy media.
All right, Senator Johnson, we appreciate it, sir. Ron Johnson from the great state of Wisconsin, thank you very much.